Final number 2 coming up right now in the men's division, $4,000 on the line. Loma Viti in picture. 2-1 in pool play, taking a Gorilla Rugby 3-0. We've just witnessed an absolute bone cruncher which sent Atlantis through 17-14 over the Ragamuffins into the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens final. We have 8 teams that started this tournament. We're now in day number 2 of the competition, and our champion will be crowned. The Gorilla Rugby, well, they beat the Orsa Jesters 33-15. They beat Atlantis 22-19 and Rock Rugby 40 points to 5. They're aside from Fort Worth, coached by Mickey Patterson. A lot of young talent in their side. They will burn you if you give them any space. And they'll be up against a Loma Viti side that beat North Texas 19-12, beat the Celtic Barbarians 44-0, but they lost to the Ragamuffins 22-14, so up for revenge, the men from Santa Rosa. And here we are. I'm Dallin Stanford, on the call with me, Kit McConaughey for this one. Referee raring to go is Blair McClure. And on the left of your screen, it's Gorilla Rugby, kicking off to Loma Viti. It's the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens men's semi-final, number 2. The beautiful sound of the whistle says it's underway. Salato has early possession with Brendan Curl, the white Zulu, going across field here. Looking for a little step there was Fiyoko. Now they go to the far side. And Hulurasa keeps his leg drive back in the field of play. Muffy is with him. Curl at first receiver. Drift defense adopted here as they go across field again. Beautiful ball. Salato steps again. He's got tremendous speed and gets the fend as well. TJ Salato on the outside. Santa Rosa Junior College product dummies. Salato just cut down inside the 22 but gets the ball up. Numbers are plenty. Loma Viti dive in the corner. We're going to check to see if this is a try or no try.
Okay, I'll ask you, is anything on the line? Touch? Okay. Time on. No try. Step into touch.
And you heard it there from referee Blair McClure. No try. The Flying Fijian Rugby with the Loma Viti fans so used to seeing great in transition, doing a beautiful job using the space, but unable to find the opener. And it's going to be a battle. Loma Viti, they have the veteran, they have the experience, but they're going up against a team. This Gorilla side, so impressive from Fort Worth. The oldest player they have on their roster, 23 years of age.
And those are the players you want to develop. Organizer Ryan Walker set up this tournament because he wants an opportunity for these young Texas stars to showcase their talents against some of the best on the planet. And Loma Viti are just a side like that, stacked with talent. As Gorilla look to cut back in beautifully. Bit of open space, and the flick ball, though, is given away to Brendan Curl. Comes here for the Loma Viti side. Penalty as well to the men from Santa Rosa, California. They tap and go quickly. A little dummy throw, and they go up in midfield. Vuli's full of running. One of their star players, Nabanbale, at scrum half. Curl shifts it across early to the master himself. Hulurasa tackled low. Salato comes flying in with a clean. And here it is, Curl again, ducking low. Strong ball carry from Harare, Zimbabwe. Their numbers are plenty. They're queuing up here. It's Bulavanaka to you in the Pacific Island nation of Fiji. The opening try in semi-final number 2 belongs to Loma Viti.
Loma Viti on the board first. A beautiful team try going through the phases. Accurate passing and able to get across. They were stopped initially. They thought they'd found the opening 5, and it took them a few seconds longer than they would have liked, but still on top. Loma Viti hoping to book their spot in the final, looking for a chance to take on Atlantis with a $4,000 prize on the line. Curl, so impressive. The white Fijian, he has been a factor in every single match.
Conversion successful as well from Curl. Simeone Hulurasa, men from Morrisville Rugby in New Zealand and Lautoka in Fiji. He's try up 7-0 so far.
Gorilla Rugby, very little possession. They've had few opportunities. You saw them once able to come out of their own end, but then shut down. Great work closing the holes by Loma Viti. Nowhere for Gorilla to run.
Curl looks for Muffy off the restart, who bats it backwards towards Curl. Excellent stuff off the set piece. Curl flicks it up, keeps it alive. The white Fijian as they look to go through in midfield. Still there it is. Muffy yet again, the farmer. Ducks down low. Tries to get possession back there to Navanbale. Error coming in, so this will be possession to Gorilla Rugby.
Gorilla very fortunate. The error, the miscue coming from Loma Viti, and in a match like this, Gorilla has to take advantage. They need to get something going. They can ill afford to go down by 2 tries.
Beautiful conditions here in Round Rock, Texas. The multi-purpose complex, home to the Austin Herd, professional Major League Rugby franchise. We have Todd Clever here on the broadcast as well, most capped US Eagle of all time, as Gorilla Rugby turn it back in. Good skill as they beat a couple of defenders, still alive. Low on the ground there, forward pass, they're just forcing things a little bit.
Down, you said it, you're seeing Gorilla Rugby. Maybe that's the youth, the inexperience, as these are all 19 and 20-year-olds. They're going up against a team like Loma Viti, not used to being down. They've been a buzzsaw running through competition yesterday. They're going up against a very good Loma Viti side. It's forcing the mistakes, the forward pass there, another miscue from Gorilla.
Rare error there from Dutch Patterson and Evan Conlon, the 2 co-captains, both 20 years young. Very impressive, though, weekend for them. 3-0 leading into this game. Scrum spins around it, but they're able to get it back. Cool has it. Goes to Navanbale. Navanbale sizes up the opportunity. Salato there, and the ball spits free. It'll come here through Tyson Lucas. They'll get a scrum at least, under 2 minutes to go. And Tyson Lucas, T-Dollar, is also being one of their standout players.
He has indeed. He was electric yesterday with ball in hand, the kind of player that makes you hold your breath because you have no idea what he's going to do. But he hasn't had the chance, hasn't had the ball. The Loma Viti fans here in force making noise. They've been enjoying themselves, and why not? The weather is perfect, the atmosphere electric. What a way to wrap up 2019 and get the new year started.
Well, don't forget, you can play in this tournament next year. Go to freetail7s.com, fill out the form. We'll see you then. It's going to be sold out, so make sure you get in early. Finish off the year in style in one of the best cities in the world. We're 20 miles from Austin. Music will be pumping tonight, and whoever wins this game will go into the final. They'll play Atlantis for $4,000. There'll be a penalty this time to Gorilla Rugby. Coach Mickey Patterson wants his side to get on the board in the final minute here of the first half. Conlon, the step, the ball's knocked out of his hands, gone backwards. Lucas has it now. Lucas, T-Dollar. Still keeps it alive. Conlon is with them. Ducking down, some big tackles coming in here from Loma Viti. Ball on the outside. Oh, big pick there from Hargrest. He's been very good. Terrence Hargrest wasn't held. Gets it back on the inside. Conlon, beautiful ball. Gorilla Rugby. Oh, players falling everywhere. Jason Tidwell. It will be a score. Hargrest will go the distance. Gorilla Rugby on the board. That's a fabulous 5-pointer.
And it'll be Hargrest with the 5 and a much-needed chance to tie things up with a successful conversion, but give Tidwell all the credit. The local man, the A&M Aggie. Tidwell, look at him, has the wherewithal to find his teammate, shrugs off one would-be tackler, and out to Hargrest, and Hargrest, easy as you please, across and in. Tidwell spins away from one, fins off another, and on to Hargrest for the 5, the try for Gorilla Rugby.
Well, they've been sublime all weekend. Scored in every single pool match to Jason Tidwell this time, but the provider for Hargrest. Huge kick. The flags go up. It is 7-all. And looks like there's one more play in the first half.
And what a turn. The first half dominated by Loma Viti. Had possession, everything going their way, had chances, and then in a blink of an eye, here comes Gorilla Rugby down the pitch. That is what the youth is able to do. They draw things even, and all of a sudden we have a 7-all match.
Well, this is what they did to Atlantis Rugby. Shocked them in the pool stages, winning 22-19. Kick comes down here to Epifuoka, the Fox, and he puts it out. Takes us to halftime in the men's semi-final number 2 at the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens, and we're locked at 7 apiece between Loma Viti and Gorilla Rugby. Round Rock, Texas welcomes you back to beautiful Lone Star State magic as we see second half action here in the men's semi-final number 2. It's 7 apiece between Lomaiviti and Gorilla Rugby. $4,000 on the line. The fans have come in here to support a 2 brilliant day tournament set up by organizer Ryan Walker to create more competition here in the Texas region. And it is Lomaiviti to kick off from left to right. Referee Blair McClure with the whistle. Big 7 minutes left for both these sides. The youngsters from Gorilla Rugby knock it down. Lomaiviti intercept this one. They keep it alive there through Mafi. And in there as well is Navia. One of their stars of their sides is Curl. Looks for the one-handed offload. The white Fijian caught round about the halfway line still. Salato loops around and Gorilla Rugby get in here. Great stuff there from Dutch Patterson, the co-captain. Ball's been stolen back though illegally. So Coach Mickey Patterson's side will tap and go quickly with Carl Brown. And now Conlon kicks over the top. There's no super back. Evan Conlon racing up his Brown as well. It sits up though and then hammered to the ground there was the coach Weiss Kadawa. He's on the field as well for Lomaiviti. Penalty to Lomaiviti.
Really impressed with what we're seeing from the youngsters from Fort Worth, this Gorilla Rugby side here in the second half. They have the momentum, able to strike first to tie things up right before the halftime whistle. And if they can take the lead for the first time in this match, watch out. Conversely, Lomaiviti, with all the experience, if they're able to find the next points, they're a team, they can run out time like no one.
That's the voice of Kit McConaughey. I'm Dallin Stanford, and Bula Vanaka to you if you're watching from the Pacific Island nation of Fiji. Happy New Year as well. Several hours ahead of us here in Austin, Texas. We're about 20 miles from the capital, approaching 4 o'clock in the afternoon on day 2 of the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens. And Lomaiviti, they're a side that beat North Texas 19-12, Celtic Barbarians 44-0. They lost to the Ragamuffins 22-14. That's how they find themselves here in the top 4, though, in the semi-finals, finishing second in their pool. They go high. Not straight, though. An error at set piece will gift Gorilla possession, and they're a side 3-0 in pool play. I mean, the side of the tournament so far on day 1.
They have indeed, and a big surprise by most accounts. If you look at this team, young players, primarily collegiate players, they don't have the experience of a lot of teams, namely that of Lomaiviti, but it hasn't stopped them at all. They've come out, they've used their speed, they play very well together, and they take advantage. As we've seen good teams, they turn errors into points, and we'll see if Gorilla can do that here. The miscue from Lomaiviti as they elect to make some changes.
The winner of this will play Atlantis Rugby, who scraped through 17-14 in an absolute cliffhanger in the semi-final before this against the Ragamuffins, the side who went 3-0 on day 1.
And they were fortunate to hang on. The Ragamuffins were down 17-0 at half. They came back 14 unanswered points, and it was just at the very end a great tackle from Shaq, the big man carry-on for Atlantis, that was able to keep them victorious and put them in the championship match.
Big moments for a small man, as it's 7 apiece here in the second semi-final. We've got the women's final coming up later today between Phoenix and the Central Coast Dingoes from Australia. Scrum needs to be settled here. Evan Conlon is their playmaker, student at Linwood University, at first receiver here for the Gorilla side. Only their second year as a team. They've played with Atlantis under 18 while in high school, and now they formed their own team out of Fort Worth, Texas. Scrum spins around again. They get a penalty though. Tapping and going quickly, Dutch Patterson. Patterson has got Conlon with him. Skips on to Lucas T. Dollar, who loses possession. Lomaiviti will turn things around here. Brendan Kerr with a little soccer skills. This guy's fantastic. Busting free, Curl. The soccer/rugby play gets the fend. Oh goodness, he'll go to boxing next. He gets the offload away. It's still alive for Lomaiviti. Their crowd start going berserk. They fly the ball over the top from the Fox. Oh, it's gone backwards, says Mafi. Mafi picks us up. Gets through one, still going. Nani Mafi, the farmer. Can't deliver the pass. Sets it at ruck time. Still there for Lomaiviti. The master Navia. Numbers on the outside for Lomaiviti. They jump back in. Beating a couple of players. Oh, the fan, Hularasa. Look at him go, Simeone Hularasa. Still there. Mafi comes flying in, but holding on is the call.
What a massive error there. Huge mistake in the shadow of the post, unable to take advantage.
Hargrest, quick possession. They've got it. Hargrest 1-on-1. What a step, but a tackle indeed. $2, $1. Here he goes, Lucas. Lucas is the force with them. Gets the step. Still going. Oh, goodness gracious. It's with them. He's so much better than the last Star Wars movie. Tyson Lucas, underneath the poles, breaks the deadlock.
And I will tell you what, you cannot buy that at the dollar store, my friend. T-Dollar, inside, outside, curl. The white Fijian had no idea which way he was going. Outstanding stuff. T-Dollar able to put Gorilla ahead with an incredibly impressive try. Take another look. T-Dollar out into open space, and this is money. Now you see, yep, ooh, yeah, and nothing Curl could do, as good as he has been all week long. Here in the last 2 days of the best sevens action you'll see anywhere, I don't know that anybody can make that stop.
Tyson Lucas underneath the sticks, a 21-year-old, the electrical engineer out of the University of Arkansas. He's side up 14-7. We're a minute 30 to go in the game. Loma Viti down but not out as Conlon goes deep. Oh, it's knocked back, and how does this one sit up? Loma Viti with Brendan Curl. Curl's got support with him. Curl busts through. Brendan Curl looking to make amends. Curl one-on-one. Sweep it a beat. Conlon has him. Patterson is there. Flicks it alive. Oh, good take there from Martin Costa, the man from Argentina on the field. Lives now in Santa Rosa. Ball is still alive there. They flick it through on the outside. Loma Viti looking for the bump. Hargress, though, is strong in the contact. Punavuli, he can't get through this time. Big tackles there from Hargress. Finally, he goes to the ground. Ruck time now for Loma Viti. Looking for the big step. Ball still available there. Thrown over to the back. Martin has to pick this one up. Costa. Martin Costa with a couple of steps. He hasn't seen much action yet. Costa goes low. Flicks it alive to the master himself, Navia. Still there for Vuli. Big Puna. Big Puna gets the fend. Time's running out. Could they take this into extra time? Sudden death. They need to score, convert a try. Time is up. 14-7. Loma Viti. What a time to be alive. 2019. Soon to be 2020 with a fan. Curl just ragged down inside the 22. Penalty. They go quickly. Loma Viti have got to score here. Underneath the bar if they can. They cut back in. Still available. It's over. Try awarded. Fantastic stuff. Fabi Navanbale, the Express, gets it done. This kick could send them into overtime.
And this is what it's all about. This is what we've seen the last 2 days here in the Lone Star State. Fast and furious, the action incredible from the opening whistle to the final. Loma Viti knowing that everything is on the line, a chance to play in the final, able to get across. And the conversion from Curl, we will see. Can he tie things up?
Curl raises the flags. Coolies are like, he said, T-Dollar got past me the first time, but I'm going to have another crack here in sudden death. Unbelievable scenes here at the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens, and we go into overtime because of this try.
Take another look inside. The big man barreling across, just over, able to reach across the try line, dots it down. Curl with a successful conversion. And a 14-all match sends us to overtime, a spot in the championship on the line for the winner.
OT.
So captains will have a coin toss. They will decide which end to go. We talk about restarts. There's nothing bigger than this. $4,000 on the line, basically, for the team that wins this restart.
The restarts have determined the winners in matches. We've seen that, being able to take the restart cleanly, doing a great job. Teams that have had problems with it, more often than not, they have not been able to win. And this will be huge right here. Who comes up with the kick, and can they take it cleanly?
So Busi Navia chooses the side, which means Gorilla will probably kick off. They shake hands. Oh, and laughs aplenty as well. That's UD1 from the brilliant stars that play this game of rugby. Remember, the winner will face Atlantis. It's 14-all. And this is the last look at how we got here.
After the penalty to Loma Viti, the quick tap and go, trying to get across, knowing they have to get across, able to barrel through, dotting it down. As you see it right here, the will, the want to, Loma Viti not wanting to head back to the Golden State with anything less than a $4,000 check in their pocket. The try, the successful conversion from Curl, and you couldn't ask for more than a match like this heading to overtime.
Well, an inaugural tournament here in Round Rock, the FREETAIL Sevens, is proving out to be an absolute barn burner. It's the second semi-final here in the men's division. Women will play later, but right now, all eyes on Guerrilla Rugby from Fort Worth, Texas, against Loma Viti. First team to score wins this encounter. It's 14 each as Conlon goes deep, gives Loma Viti possession. Can they hold on to this and go the distance? Loma Viti, couple of little switches. They bring in Vuli, the big Puna, ranging upfield. Puna Vuli from the Fijian Navy. Little step there from Navia, taken into the contact. It's been turned over, though. Here it comes for Guerrilla Rugby. Gannon Rawlins onto this one. He loses possession, though.
Handling errors from Guerrilla. We saw very few in regulation and a big one here to start overtime. You see how tense both teams are, neither willing to make a mistake. They understand that one error that could well determine the winner of this match. And the pass behind the intended target, just unable to reach back to secure it.
Well, big change of position there indeed. They forced a turnover to Guerrilla Rugby. They're a side that's 3-0 coming into this semi-final. But they're up against a Loma Viti side that have plenty of talent. 6 of their players played in the Rugby Town Sevens in Glendale, Colorado earlier this year. They're a side that travel well out of the United Kingdom. A lot of players based in Santa Rosa, California. So here we go. Sudden death with tight head at scrum time. The ball, no, it's popped out the tunnel, so they're going to have to refeed this.
Guerrilla thought initially they'd received a gift. A late Christmas present, but not the case. We'll scrum again. See the ball coming right out, never going in. We will do it all over. Scrum to Loma Viti.
Center of field possession here for the men from Fiji. Curl, Brendan Curl, the white Fijian. A couple of stutter steps buying time to peel it back infield. Big Puna. Puna Voli. Voli gets the fend working. There's no sweeper back, but they can't bust the first line. The 24-year-old. Penalty for holding on. This is the moment Guerrilla be waiting for. The young guns, they can't play the ball on the ground. That could be a yellow card. No. Dutch Patterson knows there's a play on the ground. He goes early. Brown kicks over the top. It's an awkward kick. He just needed to keep possession in hand. Giving it away, and that inexperience could cost him the game. Oh, it's a massive collision. They've gone down like Tanya Harding. Loma Viti. Numbers are plenty on either side. They get a penalty in from Salado. Taps and goes. TJ Salado. He's fresh. Salado on the outside. Flicks a no-look back on the inside. Support runners are there. Vuli flicks it in. Loma Viti looking for the line. It's there. Guerrilla desperate to defend. The master himself against the apprentice. This is the game winner. Vusi Navia. He's fast. He's furious. Get this man a movie.
There's a reason they call Navia the master. And the teacher just shows up at the right time, the right place. Not a factor for much of this match, but a beautiful dummy outside. The defense unable to shut him down. Loma Viti, they are headed to the championship to take on Atlantis. $4,000 on the line to the winner. What a match this was. Hats off to Guerrilla.
19-14, the final score. Sudden death overtime victory for Loma Viti against Guerrilla Rugby. They will play Atlantis in the final. Plenty more action coming at you live and loud here at the FREETAIL Sevens.
Hold on, you're breaking it, man. I couldn't hear that. Hey, I'm coming back up there because I couldn't hear it. The thing you said. Welcome back to the FREETAIL Sevens. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Alex Goff with Kevin Cox.
Howdy
and
there.
we are looking at the bowl final for the men with Orsu against Celtic Barbarians. And just looking at a couple of highlights of how they got here. And the big, powerful duo from Orsu of Chris Kinzer and Nathan Kimmel, they were just trundling over everybody. And in the end, carried themselves to this final.
Yeah, especially some of the players we've seen from Kinzer so far, incredible. Expect to see him bust a few on this game too.
And we are underway with the kickoff, and the Barbarians get that ball and immediately get a penalty on their favor. And you'll notice a couple of familiar faces perhaps in that one right there. George Terez is actually on loan from the Rock Rugby on there, and he was the first one with the catch. And right here, penalty. Intentional knock-on, yellow card, and when you put one hand out there, that's going to be every time they're going to penalize.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you like that? Do you like that call?
I mean, it makes sense. If you're going to catch it, yes, but that looked like a slap to me. And here they are off to the races already.
Jared Stewart making that first break, and Connor Lydon, another lone player, on the break, but he is corralled by a very disciplined Orsu. Oh, it's the pick and go!
And right up the middle, right up the gut.
Crazy stuff, and the Barbarians are in under the post.
Wasted no time capitalizing on that yellow card there.
And up 5-0 already, Celtic Barbarians. And this is the way they've been playing. Is sometimes you think nothing's really on, and then suddenly they just break it open. They back themselves as much as anything else. And he's going to try for the conversion. Got to make sure you see the bounciness of the ground. Up 5-0. Kick is good. Straight through the middle. 7-0. Celtic Barbarians, an excellent start for them.
A bit surprising to see this happen the Orsu side that so far we've seen be pretty dogged on defense and come up hard and be aggressive. And they got burned up the middle a couple of times there.
A little bit of indiscipline from Orsu with the penalty right off the kickoff, and then the intentional knock on. That potential interception is so tantalizing there. And a high restart. Getting under it. Unable to get the handle there for Tyson Gray. A little frustrating for him.
Really good kick.
We have the option, have a knock into touch.
And Kevin, we talked about fatigue, and fatigue can produce, have ramifications in a variety of ways. One of them just not being able to get to the ball. You think you can get to it on a kick or making a poor decision.
Yeah, with those, sometimes it's just, sometimes you just have a really good kick come in there when it's close to the touch line, but you don't know if you let it go, maybe they'll snag it and house it on you. If you try to catch it, you're going to get pushed out into touch. It's just a well-placed kick.
Messy scrum ball from Barbarians, but they're working it now. Sullivan trying to get it out.
We got a one-on-one out here. He's busted through.
Datewan Sheridan. He's the guy. Long legs. Strides through. Sheridan, no problem at all. Try for Datewan Sheridan, and it is a 12-0 lead for the Celtic Barbarians here in this bowl final.
And it looks like Orsu will get back their seventh man off of that penalty, but they've got quite a hole to dig themselves out of now.
Costly yellow card for Orsu for sure. And you see the speed that Barbarians are able to bring to it. And the kick, again, right in front of the post, straight through.
Actually, over the
14-0, over the
yeah.
over the superstructure here, and onto the field behind where they're warming up for the women's final. And now Orsu needs to bring everything back together, perhaps get onto this ball and try and win this one.
Yeah, I feel like you really got to put a try in before the half to reestablish themselves.
Got about 3 minutes into this game, maybe 4 minutes into this game, and this kick doesn't go 10 meters. And let off for Orsu now because they can attack from a free kick at midfield, and they will do that immediately with the tap. And look to go with their
nice, already breaking through.
And there, go through one. He goes through another. Austin Alley makes the offload, but he's lost that ball. And Sheridan is going to break away. Sheridan, he's still going.
Does
he have the? He's got the speed. Does he have the endurance? No.
And
Great.
they're alone out there.
And the ball squirts away. It's going to be called a knock forward. But that was an awful lot of heart there, and that tackle from Chris Kinzer. He scores tries. He can also prevent them. And that was a key play for the Jesters. Down 14-0. They didn't want to make it 21-0.
Quick, please.
I love the aggressiveness of this
that side for me, please?
Orsu team. With charging down the field there, they don't have to just cut. They'll run right through people too. And then as soon as they turn over, they got back on defense, and a lot of people would have saw him take off with that and give up the try, but they hustled down. And
Mark Chandler with the put in, and he flicks it back. The Irishman gets it out to his teammates. And now they're looking to work with Kimmel and Kinzer. Kinzer, he made the run to make the tackle, and now he's got, now this is Kimmel, in fact. Oh, he kicks it. The good old-fashioned center kick. What's going to happen there? Who's chasing that one? I think that's going to be.
Nobody was there, though.
And touchdown finally by Therese, and it's going to be a 22 dropout. Well, when you make that center kick, you better get some chasers on that. He was all alone, so might as well just boot it downfield. There's the kick. It only has to go across the line.
Off the foot. You were offside.
And offside. It bounced off the foot of an Orsu player, and then player in front of him
right up the middle again. Will the sweeper get him? Oh, he slows him down just enough. And a knock.
Give a knock.
Cameron Sullivan making that breakthrough quickly. Thought he had it. Now he's like, sub me off. That's enough. I went to 30 meters. I think I'm done.
Yes.
But there, they were still trying to get explanation from the referee. They weren't getting back 10. Got to get back 10 quickly. And then the ball knocked forward there. So another let off for Orsu. 14-0 down. That we're ticking down to just about the last few seconds of this half. Once again, Chandler puts it in.
Try to go weak. Get caught up.
Backwards.
Oh, that's not a good ball. Finally gathered in and handled there. Poor ball again. And eventually almost gathered in by Jared Stewart, but he's going to knock that forward. And kind of an ugly end to that first half for Orsu. 14-0 Celtic Barbarians lead here on the first half of this bowl final. We'll see what happens in the second half in a few moments.
I'm okay with them right now, but they're starting to slip up. They're getting higher at half of them. Thank you. I know. What's that? Thank you.
some hardware still to fight for here. Second half of the bowl final in the Freetail Sevens, and the Celtic Barbarians with that weaving run from number 11, Daytwan Sheridan, capped off a pretty strong first half. 14-0 the Barbarians lead, and Kevin, turnovers and poor discipline decisions by Orsu has really kind of stymied them.
Yeah, and it's receiving the ball here in the second half, which they're so strong on offense, and the Celtic Barbarians just kept the ball out of their hands last half.
Here we have a break by Austin Alley and another kick ahead. This seems to be something they discussed. They said, yeah, let's kick it, and then twice now it's ended up in the hands of the Barbarians, and that one, the ball goes loose, and I think we're going to get another intentional knock-on penalty. We've got to check on that one. He put his hand out. Everyone stopped playing.
Yeah, I didn't hear a whistle, but everyone else seemed to hear the call on the field.
I think the referee was unsighted. He's checking with his assistant referee, and yes, intentional knock-on, and it will be a yellow card for Austin Alley. So they've started each half with one. We'll have a look at this. He just puts his hand right out. There, bang. Just flings his hand.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Time is on.
I'm not a fan of that call, but that's about as intentional as I've ever seen. It's Jared Stewart now tapping. He's going to bust through one. He busts through two. He's still going. Got those legs pumping. He sends the dummy, and that's going to be good enough. Just slows up his pursuit long enough, and Jared Stewart just goes 80 meters and in for a body blow killer try for the Barbarians.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, going back to the kicking you were talking about. Orsu is so aggressive in there. They're so good at breaking the line. I'm surprised that they've been deciding to go for kicks so much in this game and give up the possession when they got it.
And here he is. He's got the chase going on, and Tyson Gray almost had it, but then that little that was the old Matt Dawson dummy. Just slowed him down long enough to then accelerate. The kick is from the sideline. It looks pretty good, but it didn't quite make it. And 19-0, still 3 scores is what Orsu needs to get back into this game. And right now, they've been struggling and putting their pieces together, and it's still shorthanded now. In fact, every single try that they've given up shorthanded.
Yeah, it's the main difference in the game. You wonder what could have been if they wouldn't have drawn these 2 yellow cards here, but
time is off.
There's that good look at the great jerseys for the referees. And you see the bridge. That is the Congress Street Bridge that goes across what they call Lady Bird Lake. It's not a lake. It's actually just a wide river.
Yeah, I've never quite understood that either.
No, it's a river. I'm sorry. I've seen lakes. That's a river. But the bats come out from that every night. It's a pretty amazing scene. So that's what Freetail is all about. It's about the bats. And here, coming to bat again. And finally, an interception works for Orsu. And the Oregon team, the Jesters, have it. Mark Chandler dishes it off. Now looking to use Soto. Again, fling it back. And just trying to get something going, get that go forward going. And a little bit more individual play by Orsu. And there is a nice ruck from Sullivan, but he went head high. And I think we're going to listen to the ref for a second.
Talk to your team. Chill head. You remove the ruck from the neck. So that is, we're going to have to remove.
We have a yellow card going around his neck.
You get a card.
Yep.
You get a card.
Everybody gets a card. Well, and there he had a good.
But I mean, very valid.
Right around that neck, and then he grabbed him by the head.
And then, thank you, sir. Let me slam you to the ground.
He was a little bit miffed, it seems. And so Gray goes through. A little bit more. Their tails are up now, the Jesters. See what they can do with that one. Well, nobody was there. Nobody was home. The poach is good. The run is good. And guess what? The try is good. And slow to the breakdown is Orsu. And quick to the try line are the Barbarians. And Celtic Barbarians go up now 24-0. I wouldn't have picked this. I thought this would have been a closer game.
I was expecting a really close, hard-fought battle here.
No one clearing out. Just a simple poach, and no one at home. No sweeper.
Yeah. Well, also, I believe both teams playing with 6 men. That leaves you a lot of space to exploit on the field.
It certainly does. And the kick from the Barbarians goes up. And it is good. Nice kick. 26-0 now. All kinds of problems for Orsu as they look at 2 minutes to
Gentlemen,
go.
be mindful, a little divot in the pitch.
And
Now,
if
Orsu
I'm-
is back full strength now, and I
Be
believe
mindful.
that Celtic Barbarians are still down to 6, so
Stop,
hopefully
7 on.
they could put in a try or two here.
well, if you're the Barbarians, you're going to take your own sweet time
Yeah.
through every little motion in this game. And
On you, yep.
there we are with the restart. Nice high restart, getting under it.
Oh,
Well taken
We have a knock.
and cleared out, and Orsu still has
Advantage
it
is
now.
over.
Kimmel looking to get Kinzer free.
You happy?
Now that's Ali.
And he's
Ali,
out.
he spins out of one, fends off another, but really good cover defense there. And Jeffrey Hall coming in. Good defense from the big man. Orsu still deep into their line. Hey, guess what? They're going to kick it again. Can they get it back?
oh, and he catches his own kick. He's out in the open field. Will they catch him? Does he have it? Oh, and he
No.
muffs it up at the end there.
Kinzer, for
Oh,
all
but
money,
it's
was
gonna
going
be
to
a
go
knock
through.
on.
Grabbed around the arm, drops the ball. Kimmel was there with him, and maybe he could have stopped and
What a
popped it off.
defensive effort
Knock.
to chase that down.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Carter's back on.
Such a great game there, but Dayton Sheridan, a big game in a big moment.
Carter's on.
Wanted to win that bowl, and he comes in and makes a couple of key attacking plays, scores a great try in that
Really
first
shows
half.
you the resolve of their team. You're up 26-0. You're in about the final minute of the game,
I have a minute left.
but still, they wanted the shutout that bad. They're not going to give up any easy points.
Coach. Line. Set. Hold on.
Win that, get it out to Sheridan. He's going to just take off.
Oh, he finds a gap.
Well, there's so much space out there. He may go all the way. Oh, no, just
Oh, and
drops
now-
it off. Sullivan has it now. He's looking for a little bit of help, lost it back. What was Sheridan doing? Orsu still has it. One last shot.
Do they have enough left in the tank
Bit
for
of a
it?
fractured field. Derek Watson, Ali.
Oh,
Ali trying to place it back. Is anybody going to help him out? Yes. And back
all
we come.
alone back there.
Kinzer has it. Still there. Grabbed
Tackle
by
now.
Therese. Picked up.
Just
Orsu.
desperation throw there.
Well, look how tired they are. They're just sort of
Forward
flat-footed.
pass.
Knock on.
And we're going to go and knock on there. And that's going to be a ball game. Your 2019 FREETAIL Sevens Bowl champions are the Celtic Barbarians, defeating the Orsu Jesters 26-0.
What a display there. And it was really shocking to see, as Orso seems shocked, as they have been able to dominate people with their speed and just wasn't able to pull it off this game.
Too many penalties, too many turnovers. We will be back for the final round of games in a few.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Good job, eh? Hi. I am no longer with you. I am no longer with you.
He said, don't go any further than this.
I am so quick, just no speed. You're wonderfully sweaty. Sweat. Justin, it's you?
He's going now.
I think you guys had 5 people on your roster Sunday night. So, thank you so much for you guys pulling together and making this tournament work. It would have worked with 7, so I really appreciate it. Congratulations, Celtic Barbarians.
Yeah! Yes,
Let's go, squad!
Hey, Barbarians on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Barbarians! Hey, let's get a team photo right here, bro. Team photo. Yes, sir. I think they about to. Okay, never mind. We good. We came to win.
Celtic Barbarians, bold champions here at the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens. They came in under strength initially during pool play, but picked up a few players during the tournament. And it's all smiles in the sun here in the Lone Star Stadium. Why not? Ending the day victorious.
Hey, you guys get back in there. Look at me real quick.
Several champagne tries they scored here on day 2.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, sir.
Your bold champions for 2019. Congratulations to the Celtic Barbarians. We're going to take a short break and many more games coming up here. The finals coming up soon. Stay with us. It's time now for the women's final here at the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens. And here we go. It is Phoenix on the right of your screen against the Central Coast Dingoes. Referee for this one is Justin Hale. He used to be a lot faster, and now he's a referee. It is 7 minutes each way, $4,000 on the line for the champion for your 2019 FREETAIL Sevens. I'm Dallin Stanford with Kit McConaughey on the call. And it's the Dingoes that drop this one, but they pick it up off the restart. Looking to get early touches on there is Tale Wilson. She's one of their stars. Wilson out of the Wallaroos squad, Fijian and Australian, as they look to cut back against the grain. Beautiful stuff from the Dingoes. They're a side that beat the Texas Motley 2 times, but Washington has it now with a no-look ball over the outside. Rowland looping around. Beautiful pinch there from the Phoenix team. They've conceded just 2 tries this whole tournament. 1 to the Dingoes in pool play. And they move across. Sarevi getting involved early. Out on the outside, Jetta Owens. And now here we go, Christine Krieger. Krieger looking for the first try of the game. Krieger is over. It's Phoenix that strike first in the women's final.
Dream start for Phoenix. Krieger across. University of Findlay product, San Antonio, Texas resident, making the short trip up in Phoenix. They were so impressive yesterday, unbeaten in pool play, and off to a wonderful start here in the women's championship final. The Dingoes, we knew they would have to play a very clean match. No errors, no mistakes against the team as talented as Phoenix. They've already dug themselves an early hole.
Kick goes over as well, 7-0. This Phoenix side, they beat the Dingoes 34-5 in pool play. They smashed the Texas Motley 44-0 and 29-5. And then the second round against the Dingoes, they won 42-0. They're a team coached by Yael Hakim and Joanne Liu out of Boca Raton, Florida. So many talented stars on their side. Players from all different countries as well. Jennifer Salomon is one of them. International from Mexico. Played in the 2019 Pan American Games in Lima. She goes high. On this one, not taken cleanly, though, by J.P. Pratt. So, again, it gives up possession.
Another miscue from the Dingoes. The handling error, unable to take the kick cleanly off the fingertips and back with Phoenix. Another opportunity and a quick one to add to their early lead.
You're either in or you got to be out. So in.
Phoenix formed in 2014. They're looking to get more College Run players a chance to play competitively, and they've done exactly that. And particularly tournaments like this, the Invitational FREETAIL Sevens organized by Ryan Walker, providing those opportunities here in the Lone Star State. We're in Round Rock as they look to break on the outside. Gemma Rowland cuts back in superbly. Has Alicia Washington, the Eagle. They go across field. Owens again, the link, and here we go. Krieger, carbon copy of the first try. Have tackled fairly high around the neck. It should be a penalty try, in my opinion, and in the opinion of Justin Hale. He knows the laws. He is a good referee, and he goes straight to the pocket. A yellow card as well. It is disastrous for the Dingoes.
Krieger, known for her kicking ability, so good with the ball off the tee, but she's doing it with her legs early on. Krieger, the first 2 scores, both tries, courtesy of Krieger for Phoenix, and the penalty try. Hale on the spot tackle up around the neck, well above the shoulders, and obviously the correct call there. 14-0 early on, just over halfway through the first half for Phoenix.
Well, Kit, I don't want to get technical on you. The try doesn't actually go to her anymore. It just goes to penalty try, which is unfortunate because she dotted it down.
Indeed she did.
So here we go. The Dingoes now down to 6 players and another error for them creeping in. 14-0 the score. Although it is a good tournament for them, they want opportunity as well, the side from Queensland, Australia.
Made the furthest trip of any of the teams here. Take another look at the kick. And another mistake. The ladies from Central Queensland, problems with the kick, and that has been, unfortunately, commonplace early in this match for them.
Phoenix, side powered by Simon Academy again. They go down. Rowland, a carbon copy move. She's done this 3 times already. This time she gets on the outside. There's no stopping the sleek feet of Gemma Rowland. She gets try number 3, and Phoenix on fire.
All Phoenix all the time, early and often in the Women's Championship final. And the ladies from Florida, made up of top talent from across the world. Mentioned some of the national team members. Salomon from Mexico, Dedic, the Croatian national team captain. And to have such a great combination of players, homegrown talent as well. That's a great thing we've seen here. The young talent on display from across the country, across the world, and that is great news for men's and women's sevens rugby.
It really is.
White sub.
Oh, she's
white
all in.
sub.
Got the haircut to match as well.
And if you think the players aren't having fun, you have not been watching. It has been a joy from yesterday. The weather has been perfect. The atmosphere great. The facilities, everything you could ask for. And what a way to wrap up 2019.
That's right. New Year's celebration on the cards in just a few hours. We're just 20 miles outside of Austin. It's 19-0 the score. That one goes backwards. And so it'll be a first opportunity for the Dingoes to get in the Phoenix half.
The Dingoes really need to take advantage. They need points before the break.
Lindsay Mahoney marshals their troop. She's got that face mask on. She's not scared. They're down to 7th player on the field now as they look to switch back infield. The full complement of players. Wilson's on the outside. Looking to get down there is Ingledew. Dummy, and they go into the contact. Strong tackle there from Cheddar Owens. Still alive, though. Captain Plummer. And here's Wilson now. Wilson gets a fend working. Still goes down to the deck. JP Pratt. Ball available for the captain. Plummer moves it across, and Ingledew as well involved. Oh, a little half gap appearing. And then cut down. The Dingoes keep it alive. Ball spits free and looking for any sort of opening. They drift across field. Big step again from Wilson. Able to beat one. Oh, and get shifts across the second. Body starting to tire here on day 2 of this tournament. Tale Wilson out of the Brumbies Super W Series that gets it turned over. Possession here for Rowland and the Phoenix side.
Phoenix doing a wonderful job shutting down Wilson. They know she's the most dangerous of the Dingoes with ball in hand.
Owens goes on the outside to Sarevi. Natay Sarevi with a beautiful little loop around there to Rowland, looking for the dummy switch. Oh, Rowland on the outside. She's got one. Rowland will get a double. Washington, her teammate, ushers her to the try line. Phoenix score try number 4.
A thing of beauty. All smiles from the women in black from Phoenix, the Boca Raton side. And it doesn't matter who has ball in hand, Rowland with her second try of the match. But all 7 able to strike, all able to make you pay, and part of what makes them so good.
Tony Armstrong, the 26-year-old, adds the extras, and it's 26 points to nothing. And that is halftime. In our women's final here at the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens, it's 26 points for Phoenix. Dingoes yet to score. And welcome back to the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens. We are closing out our second day of competition. It's our final few moments here, second half for the women's, and it's 26-0. Phoenix, side out of Florida, lead the Central Queensland Dingoes. They're still yet to score in this final. $4,000 on the line, and you've got to feel that Phoenix will take this one. Dallin Stanford with Kit McConaughey, and it's been plain sailing for Phoenix all tournament.
It has indeed. Yesterday they were outstanding, shutting out opponents. 3 victories, able to do so in impressive and emphatic fashion. And early on here, the first half dominated by the women from the Sunshine State. And not only did they want the victory in the $4,000, they want a shutout win in the championship final.
A big thank you to organizer Ryan Walker. First time they've put on this tournament, and it has been an absolute feast. It's Party City waiting to welcome 2020 in later today. And if you're joining us from around the world, thanks for tuning in. We have the men's third place bronze match and final coming up later. Justin Hale just had to do a bit more makeup, and he's looking good with those dreads, ready to rumble. Hale played at Rugby Town Sevens, and now he switches attention to refereeing. He also is head coach and president of the other rugby club and the Ragamuffins, a busy man. And he says, let's go, 7 minutes to decide the winner in this clash. Ball able to bounce here, and it comes the way of the Phoenix side. Drifting down there to Christine Krieger. They work the ball to the left-hand side. Phoenix, 4 tries in the first half. One of those a penalty try for a high tackle on Christine Krieger herself. Looking to dance up midfield. Jennifer Salomon. Salomon, the playmaker, has Alicia Washington with her. Washington, who played with the Barbarians. What an honor that was in recent times. The Eagle forward as they crash over the 22. Loop is arriving now to right. And overlap for Phoenix. Serevi with a step. Serevi with a fend. Oh, the flick back inside is a thing of beauty. There's open space. Oh, here comes the face guard. Oh, big, strong thumping tackle in here from Daniel Plummer, the captain of the Dingoes. Washington, the wave continues though. Phoenix cut back in. Wonderful fancy footwork. Flick ball there. And just knocked on there by Washington.
Oh, just trying to find Washington. Washington, one of the taller players, unable to scoop that one off the shoelaces, and give Serevi a ton of credit. Very patient, saw the hole open up, cut through, didn't have the speed to take it all the way in. But that is what we've seen from Phoenix, a well-coached side, great rugby IQ, and they will take what their opponents give them.
Well, you mentioned the different nationalities featured in this Phoenix side, and Jennifer Salomon with Mexico, Alicia Washington, of course, to the United States. And we have Croatia represented through Dedic. So substitutes coming here for these sides. And the Dingoes, 2-2 so far in the tournament. They've lost 42-0 and 34-5 against Phoenix. They're playing a round-robin style before the final. 3 women's teams, but 8 men's sides competing here in the inaugural FREETAIL Sevens.
Any more steps?
Known as the bat capital of the world as well, and that's where this tournament comes from, the FREETAIL, the Mexican bat. We've seen millions of them under the South Congress Bridge, and of course nearby there's a colony here in Round Rock as well. I don't know if you see them flying at night here, Kit.
Oh, they are a thing of beauty coming out from underneath the bridge. People come from across the world to see it. Just part of the attractions here, the FREETAIL Sevens.
Justin Hale looks to reset the scrum.
Watch the engagement.
Rails.
The ball is in, please.
Hale says in his stat that he got given 1 week notice to run a half marathon, and he carved it up. Hale is fit as it comes. So with time ticking away, 4 minutes to go. Time is now for the Dingoes to strike. The side from the coal mining town of Maramba, just 10,000 people. And here they move through the hands. Bajaze, they get it on the outside. Mahoney, oh, Mahoney, cracked to the ground. Good tackle there from Christine Krieger. She's been a live wire on this side as Olivia Hamilton. No, and they break on the outside. Lovely stuff from Wilson. Tale Wilson puts down the hammer. Wilson being chased by Krieger. Wilson cuts back in. It's a foot race that Wilson's going to win. What a score. Individual effort. She did this in the pool stages, and she does it in the final.
And you thought it was just a matter of time before Tarley Wilson found herself with the opportunity. Phoenix able to shut her down in the first half, but would not be denied. So talented, just an incredible performer. Things open up just enough, able to get by. Krieger, and Krieger, who's had an outstanding match, unable to catch up to her. Wilson able to break the deadlock, puts the Dingoes on the scoreboard, and they may not come away victorious, but that is huge for them, is to not be shut out in the championship final.
That's right. Tamika Brecknell gets the conversion, the apprentice diesel fitter for profession. And it is 26 points to 7 right now. Tale Wilson scored her 5th try in this tournament.
White 36.
Wilson has been one of the more outstanding individual talents we've seen from the women's side.
Oh, okay, 36. Okay.
You can certainly understand why she's had the career she has, the opportunities, a member of that Wallaroos shadow side a year ago.
2.5 minutes to go in this women's final. And it's the Central Queensland Dingoes, formed in 2014. And their highlights defeating Singapore to win the plate final, the 2017 Darwin Hottest Sevens. Cooler temperatures, though, right now as Phoenix look to range up a counterattack, and good skills, they keep it alive. Looking on the outside, Cheddar Owens, and now Sarevi, always so good by getting the ball offloading in the contact. This time she absorbs 2 tacklers. Takes play just outside the 22. Bit of space here. Rowland again, full of running. It's Phoenix. Glorious score again. And this is a hat trick for the star, wearing 8.
Take a bow, Gemma Rowland. She has saved her best for last, was outstanding yesterday in the pool play matches, but today has found a way to up her game somehow. 3 tries in the match and still 90 seconds remaining, but Rowland electric with ball in hand, able to cut through, finds the gap, and no Dingo able to track her down. 3 for 3 in the in-goal area for Gemma Rowland.
Well, my only critique here of Rowland is that she hasn't filled out our bio sheet, so we can't talk more about her. We could make things up. I mean, she is an amazing and what a talented player. Keep your eyes on Gemma Rowland. She had the conversion as well, so it's 33 points to 7, the score right now. And they're just trying to find a ball here as replacements come on the field. Jennifer Salomon ready to restart. Into the last 40 seconds of this women's final. It's a $4,000 cash prize for Phoenix. We'll be following them out later for New Year's to celebrate along with them. 2020 will be a good year for Phoenix as Tony Armstrong lays it back. She's another great player in their side. Ball goes down there with Sarevi, the Central Washington University player, 24 years of age. To the midfield they go now, looking for a bit with Jen Johnson. Offloads nicely on the outside. Crawford, Amy Crawford, 2 players on her. Crawford puts her head down. Crawford for the line. She finished things off in style. The 27-year-old, the Orange Theory Fitness Studio manager, still has gas in the tank.
The Texan, the Dallas product, Crawford high stepping to the try line, puts the cherry on top, the exclamation point for Phoenix. The final result never in doubt, but Crawford able to get across with a try of her own, and Phoenix seconds away from being our women's champion and that $4,000 prize.
Kick goes to the side. Final whistle and confirmation of the inaugural 2019 FREETAIL Sevens Women's Champions. It's Phoenix. A side powered by Scion. They defeat the CQ Dingoes 38 points to 7.
Where are they doing? Are they doing presentations on the far corner? Are they doing presentations in the far corner?
How are we doing now? I think I should be broadcasting now.
I'm guessing it's Dutch.
Yeah, it hasn't had any issues. Oh,
Good.
yeah. We're off.
You Captain?
We're gonna wait a few minutes before we come back.
Okay, I don't know if we're doing
20
something down
seconds.
there. So
Dingo!
20 seconds.
Dingo! Dingo!
yeah, that's
Dingo!
yeah, and now presentation, all that stuff. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. Eagle's head. The top tail. The bird that you do so.
Alright guys, thank you for coming to Austin. This is the first time we've been done.
Tremendous finish then from the Phoenix side. Victorious and unbeaten in this tournament. They smashed the competition, the Dingoes and the Texas Motley Crew. And they are your champions for 2019 at the FREETAIL Sevens.
I know, Corey. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Dr. Rock presenting the medals here for the champions here in Round Rock, Texas. Congratulations to Phoenix, their head coach Eyal Hakim as well.
I know.
So many future stars in this side. Many represented different countries around the globe. Now they find themselves here in the beautiful state of Texas.
Player of the match, whoever it is,
38 points to 7, convincing winners over the Dingoes from Australia. Your champions for 2019 in the women's division and $4,000 prize money winners, Phoenix.
Yeah, I got you.
Phoenix, come here.
You just got keep
grab
running
somebody,
goal.
grab somebody. Interview.
All smiles. We're going to get reaction in just a moment here. Let's go down to Kevin Cox.
Yes. Hey guys, we're just down here wanting to get an interview with some of our winners. Ask y'all how y'all felt about your performance at the tournament.
We felt really good. Really good. We can connect against a really quality side. I know they came a long way, so I'm happy we could have a good game against them. 2 good games.
Excellent. What's next for this side?
New Year's Eve.
Nice, nice. Back to you guys.
Congratulations there. All smiles. They'll enjoy that tonight. So congratulations to Phoenix, the 2019 FREETAIL Sevens winners. Enjoy it, you stars.
Yeah, so winner of this.
Sir, we got 3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3. 3 minutes.
I'll take that.
It's bronze medal time here in the men's division of the inaugural FREETAIL Sevens at the stunning Round Rock facility. I'm Dallas Stanford. With me is Kit McConaughey for this one. And the sides featured here are the Ragamuffins against Gorilla Rugby. Gorilla will kick off from left to right. Blair McClure has our whistle. And these sides lost out in the semi-finals, and that's why they find themselves here. As we close out this inaugural tournament, it's go time. Gorilla Rugby kick down to the short side. Oh, almost a nice little ball there for T Dollar, but goes into touch.
Looking for the man they call T Dollar. Tyson Lucas unable to get to it. The idea was there, but ball just finding its way out. Both these teams, difficult losses in the semifinal, particularly for Gorilla. They had Loma Viti on the ropes, but were unable to come away with the victory.
Ragamuffins lost 17-14 against Atlantis. The men from Austin, Texas, with Roderick Waters, who's been one of their rising stars, loops around here. In fact, it's Noodles himself. Noodles disguising himself as a scrum off. He's a part-time wing as well. McMurray, as some know him. Corey Jones. Jones, big ball over the top. Comes out there to Darren Hubert. Hubert cuts in. Hubert got tremendous speed. Sweep it a beat. Hubert, see you later. Hubert off to the races. There's just one horse in this, and Hubert goes the distance.
And that is what Darren Hubert can do. The native Austinite, the former track star, the sprinter, ball in hand, watch out. If he makes one miss and he gets a full head of steam, rare that they're going to get him. Jones, beautiful ball outside to the speedster, through the first line, no one back. Unable to corral Hubert. In the battle of Lone Star State foes, Austin versus the DFW Metroplex, and it's the 5-1-2 that strikes first.
That's part of myself at number 5-1-2. Very nice. I feel local as well. Back in the Lone Star State. Good to be here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's 7-0 so far to the Ragamuffin side.
Okay, I'm going to go back to
just missing the bat ball as it gets brought onto the field. Ragamuffins, they beat the Celtic Barbarians 28-15, North Texas 33-5, and Loma Viti 22-14 at day one, unbeaten. But then they fell in the semi-finals as the Gorilla, 3-0 in pool play. They lost in overtime to Loma Viti 19-14. Penalty to Gorilla, not the 10 meters off the restart. Now what's very interesting about Gorilla, they have gone and worn jerseys with no numbers. So these players aren't exactly international superstars yet. Dutch Patterson ball in hand. We only recognize him because of those beautiful pink socks of his as he goes across field to Conlon. Waters with a high tackle. That'll be a penalty.
So Gorilla traditionally wears those pink jerseys. They've had to turn them inside out for this match.
And here they go on the outside. Hargrest. Oh, Hargrest with the forward pass to him.
There's so much young talent on the pitch. Gorilla, the oldest player, just 23 years old. The Ragamuffin, not much older. And great to see the young talent here in the Lone Star State. The growth of rugby, and FREETAIL 7's a huge part of it. Looks like they had the man out there, but just in front of forward pass. And that's a ball you have to put on target. When you have a chance like that to get out to a speedster like Hargrest, you can't miss the opportunity.
You're right about that. Is Deontay McMurray Noodles from Sam Houston State Rugby. He's going to be possibly one of the players of the future. He's definitely one of the players of this tournament. He gets the fan. There goes Noodles. He's angry. Oh, he's gone right after him. Beautiful cover tackle indeed from Gorilla Rugby. Ball is available, and then it's kicked through. Darren Hubert comes up to take this one. They throw it to the mark. Penalty. They'll tap and go here. Sel Arizmendez goes to Jones. Corey Jones, the boombox, puts a kick over the top. Waters is there. Taken by Gorilla Rugby, but offside play.
Great idea there from Jones, looking outside to the speedster, the Austin Herd man, or Waters.
Here they go. The Angel of Huntsville, as he's known. Oh, big tackle on Arizmendez. Ball still there for Hubert. spinning around. Darren Hubert loves the try line, and he gets a double. He may have gone into touch or losses. No, it's awarded.
Hubert's so elusive, silky smooth, has the speed and the moves. Hubert, beautiful ball out to him and just has enough space, the wherewithal, right on the spot, able to take it at the breakdown, able to get around Hargrist, fends him off. Hubert, he looked like he was bottled up, looked like he was corralled. Not the case. It makes it 2 in a row for the Ragamuffins.
Justin Hale, Justin Milan, and Michael Zapita, the coaching staff with his crew. And again, we said they impressed so heavily on day one, but it's the all-important semi-finals, outdone by Atlantis. The trouble is they had possession, the final play of the game. They just had to keep it in the field of play.
You're exactly right, and it was really the matchup of youth versus experience, and the veterans, they knew what to do in that situation. The youth maybe overcome a little bit, and they couldn't come up with the victory.
Gorilla catch this one. They trail by 12. Coached by Mickey Patterson. Only in their second year. It's the most impressive group so far. T-Dollar gets it away. Conlon. Contact in midfield is avoided with a couple of loose steps. Still, they flick it back to the near side. Ball sits up here. Looking to cut back in. Oh, and again, the fend. Hargrist. Thrown it beautifully in the field of play. Still there with... Then it's been intercepted. Ball flung out to Noodles. McMurray, Noodles, but an open space to move. On the outside, could this be a hat trick? Looking to cut in, cut out. Hubert. Hubert keeps it alive. Spits it to the deck, and it's still there. Gorilla kick through. Oh, Dutch Patterson couldn't get this one.
Hubert maybe trying to do just a bit too much. Had Cup of Noodles with him, and had he been able to share the flavor pack, Noodles may well have been in.
Oh, he's such a dangerous player. Jeremy Brown, in fact, there was a 20-year-old that just put that one into touch. So the clock ticks away. Final moment in the first half. 12-0 the score. And the Ragamuffin side, well, much easier to call their names with numbers on their backs.
Bit of fatigue starting to set in on both sides. It has been a long 2 days of incredible action.
McMurray, 7 tries to his name so far. Play with the Huns, the Woodlands, and the Reds. Flicks it away to Corey Jones. Big step. Jones gets to the first, gets the fan. Jones opens up. Corey Jones, the piano man, on the dive as well. Give him 10 points for that.
Jones, he is an incredible player and able to do that with a single touch, ball in hand. Hasn't had the opportunities. The piano man, the swan dive across. We'll see if it was more of a belly flop on second look, but either way, 5 points nonetheless for the man with a 5 on his back. And the lead extended for Ragamuffins right before the halftime whistle. Fins off one would-be tackler. Jones in. Third try of the first half for the boys from Austin.
How dare you call that a belly flop? It's a brilliant finish. It's champagne from the Ragamuffins. They take us to halftime with a 19-0 lead against Gorilla here in the bronze medal match.
There. You hear me?
Yep. Yes, I am. Go ahead. Say again. I'm sorry. Which direction you want us to face? Okay.
bronze medal match about to go here for the second half, and it's the Ragamuffins in picture, up 19-0 against Gorilla Rugby, and Corey Jones has been fantastic. The piano man showing how it's done. Final after this game will be massive as well. 7 minutes left in the bronze game. I'm Dallin Stanford with Kit McConaughey on the call here as Jones has this one again. The part-time chef and full-time piano has the big jump. Oh, what a beautiful keynote he has. He gets over for a second. Corey Jones delivers the music and the crowd love it.
A symphony from Jones. A try to end the first half and one to start the second. All momentum on the side of Ragamuffins. It was Hubert early on, and now the piano man, it takes over. Jones just so comfortable, smooth with the ball. You see the big step and cuts inside, fins off one would-be tackler, and all happened because of the miscue on the kick, unable to take it cleanly. Jones happy to take the gift. And a little pre-New Year's champagne for Jones and the Ragamuffins.
Kick stays to the side, 24-0. Jones, formerly with Atlantis, played a bit with Yale Rugby as well. He's been in the USA Sevens program, hoping to get to the Olympic Games in Tokyo next year. And he's doing wonders, though, for the selectors in this tournament as well. Some changes for both sides. Gorilla Rugby, they're a side that lost in overtime against Loma Viti 19-14. And the Ragamuffins 17-14, they lost to Atlantis. Another semi-final thriller. So third place on the line. They're on cruise control so far. The giveaway penalty, though.
And down it appears that semifinal loss for Gorilla really took it out of them. They had the opportunity. There was a chance, just unable to find the try line. They were less than 5 meters away. And then Big Shaq Carry-On sent him out into touch and into this third place match.
Gorilla Rugby, story of the tournament so far as well. The local side, so many young players. Collins, one of them. Good little gap from him. They keep it alive, perhaps forcing the pass. But early tackle. Jeremy Brown looking to get involved there as well. And now this is Evan Conlon, man from Portland, Oregon, looking for Carl Brown. Carl Brown gets a couple of good fends. Noodles brings him down. Gorilla, numbers on the right-hand side. Hargress is far, far right. They can get him possession. What can he do here? He's a big unit. Oh, that's what he'll do to you. Slaps him off. Terrence Hargress, the man from Los Angeles, and now he's a bat.
Hargress, the City of Angels product. Waters, the local man who plays his MLR rugby for the Herd, takes the stiff arm right to the face. Hargress, a beautiful job fending off the would-be tackle, and off the chin. Hargress not to be denied. The first points of the match for Gorilla. But they will have to come back in just about 4 minutes remaining.
The 21-year-old puts down another 5. He scored against Loma Viti, Orsu, and Atlantis. This is fourth try. It's 24 points to 5. Gorilla Rugby in white. Kick to the far side. The Southie King is there. LeMasters flicks it back into McMurray. Big looping pass over the top to Blaylock, the 29-year-old. Blaylock attacks the line. Oh, he's very good. Into open space. Sweep it a beat. Blaylock. Carl Brown calls touch. Even though it's a game of tackle, they go back in field. It's the Ragamuffins. Oh, ball over the top. Couldn't be made there by Tyler Luttrell. So Gorilla Rugby have a chance to counter this one with a penalty. They're tap and go. Looking for Tidwell. He's their danger man. Oh, it sits up off the kick. It's still available. 3 minutes to go in this bronze medal match. T-Dollar. Oh, a couple of beautiful little steps from Tyson Lucas. Lucas gets the ball out. Hargress has got one already. Had to stop to collect this. Flicks it beautifully up to Lucas on the outside. Lucas, again. How does he get away from players? He's a $100 bill in my book.
T100, Tyson Lucas. The big try in the second half. It has been all about Gorilla. Hargress somehow able to corral that one. Went behind him. Able to keep it afloat and the wherewithal to find Lucas. Lucas in and down another 5. But time of the essence if Gorilla is going to try to mount the comeback. Lucas, he has been outstanding the last 2 days. We've seen him as the scrum half. Beautiful passes, and this time as the finisher.
Fourth try in the tournament for Tyson Lucas. 14 points the buffer, 2 minutes. They need 2 converted tries to take this game into overtime. Oh, that kick. So close to Carl Brown.
Touch by White. Okay. Time off.
May have touched Brown's hand and then gone into touch.
Okay.
Flair, pink sub, pink sub.
Okay. Pink sub.
So as we get the substitutes coming in, 1 match remains, match 26, Atlantis. They will take on Lomai Viti in our first ever men's cup final. Who are you picking?
1 match, 1 check on the line. I'm picking the winner. Hopefully they'll invite me out with them to celebrate New Year's.
Oh, very diplomatic there, Kit McConaughey. Meanwhile, it's the Ragamuffins here up 24
Flair,
points
pink
to
sub.
10.
Pink sub if you want it.
No, hold it. Crouch.
Both sides looking to finish strongly here in the final minute.
Set.
Aaron Bone on the field. The replacement, nuggety little halfback, gets it away. They go to midfield. Waters. Waters drifts across field. Waters on the outside. Waters against T-Dollar, the $100 bill, chasing Waters. Oh, he's pulled a hammy. What a tackle. Penalty. Got to release a player on the ground. It'll stay with the Ragamuffins, and they go quickly. Catch up for the line. He's over. No, double movement. Penalty against Ketchup. Gorilla go quickly. Oh, players on the ground. You can't tackle anybody. Oh, Waters now has just delivered the blow. Gorilla. Final movement. 7 against 6 because Waters taking a time to get back. Gorilla on the outside. Gorilla with tremendous speed. They kick it through from Tidwell. Chasing back though. Aaron Bone, what skill from Bone. He winds back the clock like it's 1999. It's still alive. The Ragamuffins in open field. Cutting, shredding. The Muffin Man on the outside. Finally brought down. Lateral. Thump to the deck. Bone is there first. This guy is all energy. Carl Brown now. Brown on the outside. Oh, a little fake kick. Brown has got the skills. There's nobody with him. Carl Brown is by himself. There's 3 Ragamuffins. Now finally, Conlon is there in support. How do these players get the energy? Lucas, Tyson Lucas with a jump step. Finally had by Ketchup.
High 7.
The longest game continues. It's a penalty to Gorilla. Time for you to come in, Kit.
Incredible action and indicative of
All
what
right,
we've
keep
seen.
right. Here it goes. No joking. Full time. It's knocked on there. And that is the bronze medal game to a close. It's the Ragamuffins that come third. They won 24 points to 10 against Gorilla Rugby here at the FREETAIL Sevens.